Yo people, Draykke here again with another Minecraft tutorial, and today I bring you a piston escalator. Now I got two versions for you. I have the single one here, where it's just basically a single staircase, and then the other one over here is a double staircase. Now the only difference between the two is this one is double the materials, but the reason that we might want to use that one is because it's a lot more reliable than this version. This version does work, but if there's any kind of server lag or anything like that, it might lag it out and glitch you into blocks. This one here I have yet to fail on me. It's been reliable so far, so that's why I'm offering you the two versions. Basically it's just a mirror of the two, but whichever version you decide to use is up to you. So that being said, I'll go ahead and demonstrate each version to give you an idea about what we're working with. So here you just hop up on this block and you press this button, and it will move you to the top just like that. And like I said, it usually works 100% of the time, but every now and then if there's a little lag or something like that, especially on servers, it might tend to glitch you through the blocks, so that might be why you want to use the double version over here. And I will demonstrate that one too. So you step onto here, press this button, and it moves you to the top. They both work the same exact way, they both use the same design. This one is just, doubled materials and just mirrored around to the other side. Alrighty, so the base materials that you're going to need for the first design, that's just a single staircase, the base materials you need to get started are 5 blocks, 3 pieces of redstone, 2 redstone torches, 3 repeaters, and 1 button. And that is for this segment here, just to actually initiate the signal going on to each side of the blocks. And then for each level that you want to move up, and by that I mean push you up 1 block and move you diagonally 1 block. For that, you're going to need 2 pistons, 8 blocks, 2 sticky pistons, 8 blocks, 2 repeaters, and 2 pieces of redstone dust. And then after that, the next level, you're going to need 4 redstone torches, 2 pieces of redstone dust, 2 sticky pistons, and 8 blocks. And you need a different variety of materials because the levels vary depending on how they go up. For example, here you can see a redstone dust and then a repeater, and up here you see a redstone torch and a piece of redstone dust. And then that just swaps back and forth over and over until, you get up to whatever level you want to go to. But that's why the materials are different. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and get started. As you can see here, I dug out a little bit of a trench for us to work in, and we're going to start by building the first escalator, and that is the single staircase one. So you want to start by placing your sticky piston, and then your block on top of the sticky piston. And this will be the first base floor that you will step onto, the first stair, if you want to think of it that way. And then what you're going to do is just staircase up the sticky pistons, one after another, in whichever direction you want to take it. So just like this, as you can see. And we're going to go 6 levels, just because that's what I did in the demonstration, and I would like to keep things concise. This is always the hardest part, because sticky pistons never want to place. How many do I got there? And that is 6. Okay, good. And then you just want to place a block on top of each one of those sticky pistons. Just like that. And then, starting on the bottom base here, you're going to come up a couple blocks, and you're going to place a sticky piston towards the back. Just like that. So that whenever you get raised up, it will be at your head level and push you over. And then from there, you're just going to stack them up in the same way you did the base level, just one after another, staircased on top of each other, until you reach the top of your elevator. And you can have this infinitely expandable. This can be as, high as you want it to go. I'm just doing this 6 high just for the tutorial to keep things pretty smooth. So your design should look like this so far. Alrighty, next we're going to hook up some of the redstone wiring. So again, I want to come around the right side of the whole design so far, and you're just going to place your blocks just like this. So it should be 2 out from the bottom of each one of the sticky pistons facing outward. Just like this, if I can get stuff placed right. And like that. Okay, and then the first sticky piston here, you're going to want to place a repeater going into it. The third sticky piston, place a repeater. And the 6th one, place a repeater. And then in between each one of those, right in the first block, you're going to place some redstone dust going like this. And then behind each of these redstone repeaters, rather, you're going to place a line of redstone dust going just like this. Okay, next we're going to hook up the redstone torches. So starting here on this block, you're going to place a block right in front of that redstone dust here in the very beginning. Place a torch in the side with a block on top. Torch in the side of it with a block on top. Torch in the side, block on top, torch in the side, block on top, and just keep repeating this all the way up to the top of your elevator. Okay, so now where you've got these little piles of redstone dust, you're going to place a torch facing inwards towards them, and they will activate momentarily, but then they will turn off if you wired things up correctly. And then down here at the bottom, you're going to place a repeater going into this original first block, and place it on full delay. Okay, next, directly across from that repeater, facing the opposite direction, you're going to place another repeater with a block in front of it, torch in the top, block on top of that torch, and torch on the top of it with a block on top of it. And then place a block on the side of the torch going this direction, just like this, and then place a repeater facing outward. And then down here you can go ahead and put in your redstone dust. I'm not sure where you're going to put your button at, that's up to you. I'm just putting mine right here for right now. So place a block like that, and then place your button on top of that, or not on top, but the side of that block rather. Okay, so now we're going to wire up the top of the escalator. You're going to do the same exact thing that we did down below, you're just going to mirror it up top. So you're going to place 2 blocks coming out from the side of each sticky piston on the right side of the whole design. So it should look just like this, going all the way up. There we go. And then same thing, place a repeater, skip one, place a repeater, skip one, place a repeater. And then redstone dust in between each one of those. Redstone line in between each one of those repeaters in the back. And now we can go ahead and put in our redstone torch staircase, I guess if you want to call it that. So place a block in front of that repeater, and then you're just going to stagger them up just as we did down below, going over each one of the dusts, that way it innervates each one. Whoop. Just like that. And then place your redstone torches on the underside of each one of these blocks, going all the way up. Alright, and then place your torch going into each one of these piles of redstone dust, going all the way up too. So now we can go ahead and press this button, make sure each one fires correctly. Exactly what we wanted. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and give this a test run. This design's complete now, so I'm just going to put a little platform here for me to land on, that way I don't go flying off the design. There we go. And then we can come around, hop up on our platform that we built, and press the button. There we go. Works exactly as it should. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and start building the second design for the piston escalator now. That is the second version I demonstrated in the beginning of the video, the dual one that requires double the materials. So the materials you're going to need for the base of this one, they are different because it's designed differently. You're going to need 16 redstone dust, 5 redstone repeaters, 2 redstone torches, and a button. And like I said before, that is to just get things wired up. That is not the actual system itself. The actual system itself, for each level, you're going to need 4 sticky pistons, 16 blocks, 4 redstone repeaters, and 4 pieces of redstone. And then the second level, I'm sure you're already familiar with this, you're going to need 4 sticky pistons, 16 blocks, 4 redstone torches, and 4 pieces of redstone. And then that will alternate back and forth between the levels. Okay, so to save myself a little bit of time with this design, I'm just going to use the single escalator that we already built before, and I'm just going to add on to it. Because like I said, the designs are the exact same, it's just mirrored a second time. The only thing that's different is a little bit of the wiring to get the timing correct. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in the sticky pistons that I need on this side, and then you're going to build the same exact thing that we already built on the other side. I'm just going to bring out each block as we did over there, and wire it up the same exact way. If I can place blocks correctly, that'd be nice. Whoop, what am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. And then once again, we're going to put in our repeaters the same exact way. Repeater, skip one, repeater, skip one, repeater, skip one. Then redstone dust in between each one, with a line of redstone behind each repeater. Okay, now we put in the redstone staircase, just like we did before. So you're going to place your block here with your redstone torch, block, redstone torch, block. And if I can place it, there we go. So I'm sure you're pretty much familiar with this design by now if you built the first piston escalator that we did in the beginning of the video. So you're just going to place your blocks going up like this, place your redstone torch going into each one of the dusts, and that completes that portion of the design. Okay, time for the top level. So same thing here, I'm just going to place your sticky pistons facing inward, same exact length and everything, and then place your blocks in front of the sticky pistons, if I can actually learn to fly, that is, though. There we go. And then place your blocks underneath the pistons so you can hook up the wiring too. Just like that. And then same thing up here. Repeater, skip one, repeater, skip one, repeater. Dust in between each one of the repeaters. A line behind each one. And then we can put in our redstone torch staircase. Starting here. Oop. There we go. And then a redstone torch underneath each one of these blocks going all the way up, with the torches going into the dust. needs to be a torch down here as well. Okay. Alright, now we're going to link it all up together. So starting here on the right side where you had your redstone torch for the first design, you're just going to place a block. Then you're going to come up another block. You're going to place 4 coming across like that. And then you're going to jut back down again with 2 blocks going in like this. So it should have this looking shape. Then on the side here, you're going to place a repeater going into your redstone staircase in the side we just built. And then you're just going to run redstone dust going all the way across to the other side, leading into this block above this torch. And now we can go ahead and wire up the bottom section. So down here on the bottom left side where you had your other redstone torch staircase, you're going to place a repeater on full delay, and then you're just going to hook it up to your whole system. And that should be it now. We can go ahead and give it a test run. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press the button because as you can see, these blocks are, disoriented from me placing redstone torches. So it should align them. Okay, and now we can go ahead and actually try this out and make sure it works. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Alright guys, that's the entire tutorial. The rest of this video is just going to be an explanation about how the redstone works, etc., as I usually do in my tutorials. If you liked the video, please remember to drop a like on your way out. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Alrighty, so if you're watching this, that means you stayed for the explanation. It's kind of just an overview over the design, give you an idea about how it works and whatnot. So basically, I've seen some other designs for piston escalators. I usually don't do that because it makes me biased in my building, but I wanted to see, what people have actually come up with for designs, and mostly they were just huge. Huge amounts of redstone, not resource light at all, not compact in the least bit. So I figured I would have my go at it and see how I could do in terms of compacting it and making it as resource light as I could, and I'm actually fairly happy with both designs that I've presented to you. So that being said, I will just go over, show you how it works. Basically, you press a button, that's nothing hard at all there. From there on, it just carries over to this redstone signal, and it will pick up on it, go into this repeater and activate this piston. Now you're probably wondering why we don't have repeater every level. Well, the reason is because if you do that, then it will activate 2 pistons at once instead of just a single one. And you want to activate them one after another in order to give you the desired effect of actually lifting you up to the level. So we can't have a repeater every other level. So that's why we have the stagger between the dust and the torches and whatnot. And then this just acts as a almost like a tick timer, if you want to put it that way. It will just activate each one after another, and the way redstone torches work in Minecraft, they count as 1 tick on a repeater, so because of that, each piston is getting activated after the previous one has already been activated, which is exactly what we want. And that explains the top system as well. It's the same exact design, just instead of the pistons facing upward, they are facing to the side to push the player, so that this piston will push you up, and then once you're up in the air, this piston will push you over. And it just keeps repeating that pattern over and over until you've reached the top of the design. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it for the whole tutorial video and that. Like I said, this design is a little bit more reliable than the single piston escalator. Both of them work. They're both the same design. But for some reason in Minecraft, if you double the amount of pistons, it just seems to fix all of the issues with glitching through blocks and that. Even with regular pistons, I noticed a lot of times, like piston elevators you'll see, they don't work because you have to be aligned so perfectly on them because of the lag or latency issues, etc., etc. So that's why you might want to use this system over the single system. I presented both of them to you. Either one is up to you. If you're on a single player map, the single piston escalator would probably work just fine. If you're on multiplayer, I would suggest the double one. But that is it for the whole video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to drop a like down below. If you really liked it, press that subscribe button, favorite, share, all of that good stuff. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.